have lost your lost your cell phone, we have one in the press box. A lost cell phone in the press box.
I don't think so.
And nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin. Might as well jump, jump.
Jason Hawkins, your phone is in the press box. Jason Hawkins, your phone is in the press box.
You got the roster
Hi, everybody, and a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. This is Saturday. This is Tulsa, and this is soccer featuring the League for Clubs on the NSN Network. Tonight from Athletic Community Field, it's Tulsa Athletic versus FC Wichita. And good evening to you, everybody. I'm Toby Moore. To my right, Sonny D'Alessandro.
Hello, hello.
Sonny working very hard today to get this pitch up to snuff. We've had been dealing with rain through Friday night into Saturday morning. Pitch is pretty darn good under the circumstances.
Yeah, not too bad. Had the galoshes on today, the wellies, and so, kind of moving a little water around today. But yeah, it's soaked it up pretty good. I think we'll have probably see it cut up a little bit, but all in all, I think it'll be a pretty good surface.
Well, I couldn't help but notice on the west side there in front of the goal, it kind of reminds me of what 6-yard boxes looked like in the English First Division in the 70s.
That's right. There's
those old films of Leeds United playing.
There's a little Stoke upon Trent over there for sure.
Just a little bit. But we're ready to go. The other big story besides the weather is what's at stake tonight, Sonny.
Yeah, we got an opportunity to go top of the table. About a game in hand, but yeah, first place. Our old friends, Wichita. It's the first time Wichita's been back in Tulsa in a competitive match since 2019. So, good old rivalry. Always hard-fought games. You know, they got the better of us in the first match. A bad half from Tulsa and a very good one from Wichita. Saw them run out 4-2 winners. So Tulsa will be looking to redeem themselves this evening, and first place at stake.
That's right. Wichita right now with 10 points in the league standings, but a game in hand, as Sonny pointed out. Tulsa Athletic with 9 after their 2-0 win over Oklahoma City 1889 on Wednesday night. Let's do a quick run through of the lineups here. First for the visiting FC Wichita in goal with a 1.25 goals against average. Number 1, Juan Echeverra. Backline, number 3, Gibran Villalobos. Number 5, Keo Teixeira. Number 13, Soba Shabata. And number 17, Felipe Calderado. Midfielders, number 11, Gustavo Diaz. Number 14, Sergio Nahara. And number 15, Alberto Esquivel. Forwards, number 7, Jose Kiel. Number 9, Joao Neves. And number 19, Gabriel Diaz. Ball right there, right in front of us. Played out by Bodie Benezer. There's Rafa Zaldivar.
Saldivar's done really well here.
Cross.
Good service, just a little too much for Morgan, who will track this down.
Yes, he will. Right across the mouth of the goal, and now back in the possession of Tulsa Athletic as they set up another attack. There's Benezer with the ball right now. Over to Gustavo Vargas. Gustavo, a veteran who's been here, I think, as long as I've been here, Sonny.
He has been. That's a fact. He started in, you were 2017. Yeah. Here's Flores.
Had a brace on Wednesday. Shot here. And it's a
Oh,
goal.
1-0.
Right out of the gate. Luis Flores.
You tee up that left foot, you're asking for trouble. That's a dream start for
That's
Tulsa.
what he said in the interview on Wednesday night, Sonny.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Toby, do you want to do the starting lineups for Tulsa since we haven't quite got
What we
that
have
far?
there, well, let's get this first. Luis Flores' 4th goal of the season in the 3rd minute. But now, while you dropped a bomb on me by Tulsa's own Gap Band is playing on the PA, we'll get through the starting 11 for Tulsa Athletic. In goal with a 1.60 goals against average is Bryson Reed. Defenders, number 3, Aiden Ussery. Number 4, Gustavo Vargas. Number 5, Nano Lopez. Number 18, Bonnie Benezer. Midfielders, number 6, Hagen Weish. Number 10, Luis Flores, the goal scorer. And number 21, the veteran Joe Ruiz. And up top, number 2, Rafa Zaldivar. Number 7, Ben Morgan. And number 7, with 4 goals of his own this season, David Pilate.
Yeah, Pilate wearing the 9, but he was carrying not an injury, but a little bit of a muscle bruise from the game in Kansas City. So the Carrasco made the decision to leave him out of the lineup, and against Oklahoma City, and it proved to be a good call. You're able to get him rested. Flores gets 2 goals, and now you got a well-rested Pilate up there. So big, strong Romanian forward, 12 caps for the under-19 national team. He was a youth academy player at Torino in Italy, so obviously a ton of pedigree there, and it's shown so far. He's played 4 matches, he has 4 goals. So here's Zaldivar looking to challenge here.
There he is. And he's got the ball. He's got the ball in space. He gets into the 18. Backs it back out.
Lopez.
Nano Lopez. Zaldivar. Back to Vargas. Tulsa up 1-0 early on a goal from Luis Flores. Ball goes back to Bryson Reed. Bryson is under pressure. Handles it coolly. Ball still in play.
Yeah, and you know, Tulsa, Toby, it'll be interesting to see here what Tulsa's learned, because in the first match they were able to find the back of the net pretty early, and then they led the game twice, and Wichita both times not only fought back but then ran away 4-2 winners. So be interesting to see how Tulsa reacts here.
That's what top of the table.
That's a big
teams go.
steal
There's
here.
Flores with the ball, tackled away by Teixeira.
Yeah, two strong players there. Weish finding Ruiz.
I was looking for Lopez.
Yep.
Found him indirectly.
Yep.
And then back to Vargas. If you're just joining us, Tulsa Athletic went up 1-0 on a goal from Luis Flores. A powerful left-footed shot from about 15 yards from the goal. This game for sole possession of first place, assuming there's no tie. That ball headed down. FC Wichita in the all red going right to left on your device screen. Tulsa Athletic in the green and gold checks, green shorts, green socks. There's Joe Ruiz.
Toby, you'll notice that Joe Ruiz is playing a little bit more of an advanced role. He loves to get in the midfield. Here's Palade.
Akwicha, Flores. Shot.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. But watch 3 or 4 times a night. You'll watch Joe Ruiz make a great run out of the midfield. If they can catch him, he's in. Really knows how to time the game, and I think enjoys his football a little bit more in the midfield as well. But Ruiz, I think he's played 10 of the 11 positions for Tulsa in his 6 years here.
Maybe you could put him in goal for his testimonial when it happens. That's Nevis. Shot, whistle, offside is the call.
Yeah, it looked like he might have just kind of floated off and then come back. Very close.
I say it all the time. I think for new fans of the game, the offside law ends up throwing them off more than anything else. It's not like we have blue lines.
Yeah, no hockey.
Although with the NASL, they gave it their best shot.
They tried a lot of things in the 70s and 80s too.
The 35-yard line. I'll never forget it. There's Zaldivar right now. Couldn't keep it in play.
Such a busy player, very crafty. I mean, you could say that the first goal stemmed from his work up the right side there.
Yep. There's the throw. Pilati on the right wing, looking for Ruiz. Finds him, sort of. Now just on the edge of 18 across.
Yeah, that ball had eyes for Flores there. Well,
sure
well
did,
but
also had a head for Teixeira, who pushed the ball out of play. Corner kick coming up.
You know, against Oklahoma City, Toby, we saw Tulsa's set pieces and corners got progressively better, but they started off, you know, the level wasn't great, but Flores, left foot, definitely going to whip this one in.
Swing this one in. It's like 3 or 4 green and yellow shirts inside the 6-yard box. Whistle.
Yeah, as always, look for Vargas here. Vargas is dangerous. Pilate good in the air.
Led the team in goals in 2017.
He did. I think he was maybe joint top with Joe Garcia, or
no, he had 6 all by himself.
And Joe had 5.
Shout out to Joe Garcia if you're listening.
Here is Flores.
A worm burner and another corner kick. That one goes into the cup. Cup doesn't exactly run us over today.
No, had a little bit of weather. Still got a few filing in, but
I understand they had a cookout this afternoon. The Cup did. Ruiz plays that all the way out to Usry. Can't keep it in play. And a throw-in coming up for FC Wichita. In other action in the Mid-America Conference, Oklahoma City 1889 hosts Union Kansas City. The game started at 7 p.m. We'll try to get an update for you if we can.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Oklahoma City desperately needing the points, and Kansas City, you could argue, even more desperately, kind of wanted to get themselves back into contention.
They pulled one out of thin air on Wednesday night, down a goal at the half to this FC Wichita side.
Yeah, they did. I think in a point greatly appreciated by every member of every other. When I say every other member, there's only two, but certainly Oklahoma City and Tulsa appreciating the point taken off of the previously flawless FC Wichita.
As you and I have discussed before, that there are ties and there are ties. Sometimes it's a point gain. Sometimes it's two left on the table. That one was definitely two left on the table.
There's Ussery.
Ussery plays all the way back into the center circle. That one's deflected away by Colorado.
Yeah, not the best header from Ruiz, but great group defending there.
It's Ussery again. Reverse field. Looking for Zaldivar, finds him. A powerful tackle. And a throw coming up for Tulsa Athletic. Nana Lopez taking the throw. Ball goes into touch for another throw. 10th minute, Tulsa Athletic 1, FC Wichita 0. Lopez's throw looking for Zaldivar. Finds the ball's loose. Pilati.
Yeah, Pilati does well.
Ruiz, a one-timer.
What a goal!
My!
What a goal!
Joe Ruiz opens his account for 2025, and Tulsa Athletic go up 2-0 in the 10th minute. What a shot, Sonny.
Toby, Joe scored a goal in almost every season. He didn't in 23. He had a few chances. Usually it's going to be his right foot. That just a left-footed perler.
That was an absolute
doubles the lead.
screamer from about 25 yards away.
Yeah, it's a dream start for Tulsa. It's a dream start for Tulsa.
Tulsa Athletic 2, FC Wichita 0.
Yeah, and again, you know what, Toby? Great work from Zaldivar keeping that ball alive. Pilati does well, and then ball pops to Ruiz. Oh, Ruiz is buzzing right now. So is everyone on Tulsa's team.
Wish. Back to Benezer. Vargas.
Tulsa Athletic goal
Converted
in
to
the
Nana.
10th minute by number 21, Joe Ruiz.
Throw in coming up for FC Wichita. A throw in coming up here. Felipe Colorado making the throw. It's Villalobos. Flores trying to flick it on with his head. Diaz.
Morgan needs to get forward here.
The
You let
speedy
that
Morgan
pace go.
coming up down the left wing. Up, down. Ball goes over the byline, and
Yeah,
it is
I like the way it was defended. You know, the crowd's always going to yell there. Good shoulder, kind of escorts Morgan out of bounds. You didn't see him complain about it.
kind of thing Ruiz has done on our side of the ball for years. Pilati. The Romanian keeps control. Flores goes to ground.
Yeah, I think we're going to see
yellow
a
card.
Well, and you know what, Toby? That's the second time that 15's left his feet. There was one off Zaldivar when he blocked it out for a throw-in, but the boot was high. This one, the ref kind of says, let's keep it a little closer to the ground.
That's Alberto Esquivel with the yellow card in the 13th minute for FC Wichita. Esquivel in the 13th, and a free kick coming up for Tulsa Athletic, about 35 yards away from goal.
And you know, Toby,
Yellow card issued
I
to
think
FC Wichita,
probably
Alberto
pushing the edge of
Esquivel.
Flores' range here, but with
12th minute.
the surface having taken on some water, you know, little bit of mud in the box. A hard whip on goal, you never know. He has the power.
And we're going to find out what we got here. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4-man wall. Ha, ha, ha.
The count. Here is Flores.
Into the wall. Back to Benizer. Ossery. Benizer again. Ball under control from the back for Tulsa Athletic. Nana Lopez.
Good ball there from
in
Boatsy.
Space. Finds the box, but is headed clear. Weish.
Here's Ossery. Earns a corner.
And a corner kick coming up for Tulsa Athletic.
Yeah, inspired stuff so far from Tulsa. Carrasco has the boys playing well. They look hungry and up for every little challenge, making life difficult.
The boys in green up 2-0 here. About a quarter hour through.
And in all, you know, Toby, it can't go without being said that with all the success that Tulsa Athletics had over the last 13 or 14 years, like the Achilles heel has kind of been FC Wichita. We have a few wins in there, I think 3 or 4 wins maybe, but overall, I think it's 7 or 8 the other way. So good ball in from. Oh, that was headed too.
Battle for the ball between Zaldivar and Kiel. Wish.
Flores will hit this if he wants.
Loses control of the ball briefly.
Here's
That's
Pilate.
Here comes
still.
Pilate. Finally cleared out. Only for a moment. It's Nevis. Vargas. Looking for Zaldivar. Had a very
There's
busy
Gustavo
first 15
Vargas in
minutes.
an advanced role. Probably best to maybe just take a foul.
Goal kick coming up for FC Wichita.
Good recognition as you see Joe Ruiz kind of just slide into a spot he's played many times before while Vargas is advanced up the field. A great interchangeable piece. It's important at this level to have players that not only recognize situationally where there are deficiencies, but can make that adjustment, get things back to normal.
Absolutely. Joe Ruiz would have fit well into a Dutch total football situation back in the 70s.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Uh-oh. That was a swing and a miss by Vargas. Lucky for him that we had an offside call there. That was Shibata. Bryson Reed.
Yeah, looking for
drive.
Morgan. Here is Morgan.
There he is.
Looks like it's just gone into touch.
Throw coming up. Tulsa Athletic 2, FC Wichita 0. Still early. Ball back to Vargas. Zaldivar. Finds Nano Lopez on the near wing. Shibata draws a foul. Free kick coming up for FC Wichita.
Yeah, Ebenezer Boatsy does really well there.
There's Bryson. Daniel, I got a text that says the stream link on Twitter is very broken. Not working. Nahara on the far wing. Back to Nahara here in the middle third. Shibata.
Yeah, good little ball there under pressure.
Kiel.
Great back heel. Really good tackle there from Weish.
That's a really
Oh,
nice
sorry,
tackle
that's
from
Ossery. I like Vargas's idea there, but
Esquivel will tend to give a go whistle. Free kick coming up as Gustavo Diaz goes to the ground. That's a dangerous spot. That's about 25, we'll call it 25 yards away
yeah, I
from the
think
goal.
a little more. I think probably about 30.
30?
I will say in the first affair, Wichita very dangerous on set pieces. Some good corners. I think they got a goal off a corner and several good balls put into the box. They have some big, strong players.
That's a four-man wall for the Athletic. Pilati back in the wall. Will it be Diaz or will it be Calderado?
I think we're going to see Diaz here. I think a little bit more suited for a right footer.
Just wide. Good try. Goal kick.
I actually don't mind playing quick here. Let's get Ben Morgan over the top.
Think that ship might have sailed, Sonny.
Indeed it has. Indeed it has.
All right, so here's Bryson. Clean sheet on Wednesday against Oklahoma City. To Pilati. Wins a throw. I see a future for Esquivel as a lobbyist, perhaps. Benize. Asari.
Yeah, poor ball there from Morgan.
Nevis. Tulsa
Well
back
done.
on defense. Well done by Ruiz. Flores goes to ground. No call. Diaz. Low worm burner.
Yeah, Bryson Reed's elected to trap it with his feet.
Now he throws it. And there's Ben Morgan.
I really wish Morgan would let that run there and get his feet going, although he has gone past the player.
FC Wichita back in possession here in the middle third.
Yep.
Ball stays in play.
Well, the AR raised his flag there, which could be construed as the ball has gone out of bounds, but apparently not.
Bryson Reed. It's coming our way. Zaldivar to Lopez. To a point in space. Nahara goes to ground. That will be a free kick.
Are we going to teach them at the end about it?
22nd minute. Tulsa Athletic 2. FC Wichita 0. Puts the Athletic
Yeah,
on
it looked
top in
offside there to me.
a live table. Whistle and a free kick coming up as Usry goes to the ground.
I think that was Weish. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Apologies, Toby. I'm usually the one correcting you. That was Usry. Could kind of come central.
It's still light enough out there I can tell a 3 from a 6.
Yep. Yep. Do these numbers get better for you as it gets darker, or do you prefer them better in the sunlight?
I really prefer them more in the daytime. But that's more me being 55 than anything else, I think. So, you know, an actual real soccer announcer like Dave Saunders, he wouldn't care. Flores goes to ground, no call. Shibata, no, not Shibata, Esquivel finds Bryson Reed. About halfway through the first half, 2-0 Tulsa Athletic. Will turn out to be a partly cloudy but muggy night after all the rain.
Yeah, not too bad. I think after the sun goes down, should be a lovely evening.
A little better, yeah.
Here's Pilate.
Pilate wins a throw.
Forcefully winning a throw-in. It's Morgan.
In traffic. Ball back inside the FC Wichita 18. Esquivel dispossessed by Joe Ruiz.
Still Ruiz.
Wash. Whistle.
Yeah, I didn't see it, Toby. It looked like kind of after the ball had left, might have been a late tackle. Possibly the referee missed. I'm not going to comment on something I didn't see, but
Gustavo Diaz, the Wichita player on the deck. Just that time of the day when the sun is setting right behind the scoreboard, nobody can see anything.
that's right. That's right. You and I are essentially just kind of making stuff up right now.
So like any other day. There's Ruiz, back in a defending spot. Vargas. Neves, Esquivel. Zaldivar comes back. Beniza, and back to Bryson Reed. A little bit of pressure outside of his foot.
Yeah, good ball finding Lopez there.
Pilate.
Pilate not involved as much as I think you'd like early on.
Morgan, whistle, and offside is the call.
Yeah.
Sonny, the back four for Tulsa Athletics seem to be covering a lot of ground laterally in the first half.
Yeah, Wichita moves the ball around.
Sometimes you'll see back fours that are packed in pretty tight and some that space out. Colorado finds Neves. Neves double teamed. Colorado again.
Here's Botti. Here's a tackle. That's a great tackle.
Tackle on Kiel.
Could have told you that one was coming.
A throw-in coming up for FC Wichita. Wichita on a 2-goal haul. Headed down. This could be trouble. Neves, no. Crossed in. Off to Zaldivar. Villalobos. To Gustavo Diaz.
Yeah, good little spell of pressure there from Tulsa. Well done from Wichita to maintain possession.
Esquivel back to Villalobos. Gustavo Diaz. We reverse course. And now the ball is played.
I think that's going to stay in.
Across the penalty box. It does stay in play. Kiel, Esquivel. Cleared by Vargas. Jose Kiel. Does have a goal for FC Wichita this season. Tashida.
Yeah, a better spell here from Wichita. Oh, does really well there. Still on it.
And covered by Bryson Reed.
Yeah, it's a tall order from there against Reed.
That's Colorado. Covered a lot of ground on that series.
Yeah, did well. Held off basically 2 double teams there. Created a look for himself.
Gets back to the back line. Here comes a little pressure. Bryson got a little cute with that one. This could be trouble. Shot up and over. Bryson got away with one there, Sonny.
Yeah, first to apologize to. You know, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you want a goalkeeper who's composed under pressure, and sometimes that means he gets caught in possession. But you know, what you don't want is someone who's always nervy and trying to get it out from underneath their foot and play too quick. I mean, you know, maybe once a season you give up a funny goal or whatever, but at the end of the day, you want someone who's connecting you and is good in possession and you can rely on. So he was the first to hold his hand up, and probably the last time we see him get caught tonight.
Akin to a quarterback holding the ball too long and taking a sack. Throw in. Ruiz takes it quickly. Still has it.
Really good stuff.
Zaldivar.
Well read, though. Well read. Pilati.
Pilati right there. A little pressure from Villalobos.
Zaldivar's done so well here. Oh, I think that was intended for Flores there. Just off the mark. Here's Ben Morgan.
Still Ben Morgan. Villalobos gets rid of that one.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Carrasco, that's what you want to see. You want to see Ben Morgan when he's 1v1 running at players and trying to get by him and create chances.
26th minute, 2-0 Tulsa Athletic. Goals by Luis Flores in the 3rd, Joe Ruiz in the 10th. Tashida.
Off the container.
Throw coming up.
Sort of no nonsense from Vargas.
Right, Nevis denied there. So Ruiz again, but this time he goes to Zaldivar.
Yeah, I like the idea. It's a tough ball to play. If anyone could do it, it's probably Joe Ruiz, but just a little bit overhit there. I mean, honestly, if you're Coach Carrasco, and after the hit Joe had, try your right foot from there. Dipper, ball's bouncing. Just put your boot through it, try and force the save. I don't think the keeper's has been called on to make a save, or he's been called on twice to make a save. Hasn't been able to come up.
There's a lot to be said for making your opponent make a play.
That's right. That's right.
Tashida. Morgan on the far side.
Here is
Flores.
Flores.
Shot!
Yeah.
Over the goalkeeper's head, over the bar, over everything.
You know, it was almost one of those where, like, the cute little play, the cute little back heel he tried to get to Morgan was ill-advised. So it almost was like he was in debt to do something to make up for and atone for that. So when he got the ball back, a great turn. And we'll take Luis Flores shooting from that range on goal with his left foot
32nd minute.
all season long.
Tashida. Nevis loses the ball. Zaldivar goes to the ground, no call. Colorado up in the back line, and Benezer.
Yeah, bit of no nonsense from Boti.
Colorado.
Yep.
Cleared out.
Boti's had a good game so far.
Yes.
Ebenezer, a Ghanaian student transferring in to Oral Roberts University this year. Not an uncommon story in a Tulsa Athletic jersey for the summer.
It's where dreams come true, Sonny.
There's been a few.
Diaz. Gustavo Diaz. Nahara. Pressure by Flores. Goes to ground. Zaldivar. Whistle. And a free kick called about 8 yards ago. But a quick restart. Ruiz. Flores, Zaldivar, and Flores. Villalobos goes to ground.
Yeah, and you know, it's definitely a foul there, but what you like there is the double team and both players working together to get the ball back. When your forward line's working that hard and making life that difficult, but in the back line, if you're FC Wichita, you know it's going to be a long night. Great little touch there.
Right. What we call a forecheck in hockey, Sonny.
That's right.
Kiel. Played in. Esquivel goes to ground, no call.
Yeah, you got to get Morgan here.
Never even looks for him. And the ball goes into touch.
Yeah, and part of that's
Fourth
on
row.
Morgan too. Like he needs to demand the ball there. When he sees that he's 1v1 with the right back, like he's got to. I mean, I think he has next level pace and very good skill. Well done there from Weish.
Weish gets a throw. Nana Lopez. Flores.
Well,
Lottie.
ambitious has been redefined there when the. But you love it from strikers. Anytime they have an opportunity to shoot and they pull it, you know, it's what you want.
Sometimes they go in.
That's right.
Nahara with the ball. Colorado. Nevis. Vargas. What a quick little short pass is here by the Athletic.
Really good stuff here in tight
Donna
quarters.
Lopez. Lottie Lopez. Too late. The ball does stay in play.
Yeah, really
Nevis
well.
keeps the ball alive. It's Gabriel Diaz.
It's going to just get out. It's unlucky, too. That's a chance to break for Wichita there.
Yeah, it is. 36th minute. Tulsa Athletic 2, SC Wichita 0. Top two teams in the Mid-America Conference facing off right here at Athletic Community Field. Nevis. Colorado. Kiel. To Nahara. Ko Tishito. There
Here's
goes
Morgan.
Ben Morgan. He's got some space. Nahara can't keep up.
Here's Morgan.
Shot!
Oh.
Wide. Oh my.
That needs to be the mindset of Ben Morgan for his entire career. When you're isolated, it's not even a choice. There's no way the man keeps with you there. Take a decent touch by him and then let the Jamaican Usain Bolt of you loose right there and off you go.
Ben Morgan floats a 3-0, but instead it's a goal kick. And FC Wichita had the ball at the center circle. Nahara. Esquivel. He's been busy this half. Shot! Up and over, up against the fence. Goal kick coming up here in the 38th. Well, on paper, the next home game here at Athletic Community Field will be in 2 weeks when Union KC come to town. In reality, that could change depending on when the league decides a makeup date when these two teams will play again here at Athletic Community Field.
Yeah, FC Wichita has like they have a reserve team that's playing a lot of friendlies against. Here's Palade.
Mm-hmm.
Some UPSL teams, just some teams from the area, which you like to see. You know, players over the summer getting some minutes.
That is onside.
So
Nevis
to kind of work around that a little bit, but
picked up by Lopez. And cleared by Lopez. Whistle.
yeah, and great tracking back there from Ruiz. Does well, gets a toe in.
Bryce Ruiz setting up the free kick. 39th. Nara. Gishibata. Shishido. Gustavo Diaz back at Tishida. Nevis.
This could be interesting.
Lottie onside. Nice tackle by Villalobos. Sushido. Gustavo Diaz goes to ground.
Yeah, and maybe a little foul there though from Weish, but like that's the bite that you want to see. If it's a poor touch, you know, make sure that they know that there's always going to be pressure. That way, the next time the ball's played and it's a poor touch, or they're thinking about it before they receive the ball. So, you know, it's not a card or anything like that. It's I don't want to say it's an innocuous challenge. You know,
It's a jab at a heavyweight fight.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a stick.
You know, you're not going to hurt anyone with a challenge like that, but you like to see the pressure. You like to see.
Gustavo Diaz plays the ball back to the back line. Villalobos. Sure, the Athletic will be happy to stick with this for the rest of the first half. Ruiz puts on some pressure. Kiel. Colorado. Kiel dispossessed.
Yeah, and just good little patches of defending. You know, again, good stuff by Wichita to keep possession of the ball, but it's super annoying to have to feel like you've won 13 tackles in a row to keep possession. Here's a great ball across. Well, won by Vargas.
Yes.
Here, he's in. He's in.
That stays onside. He gets by the goalkeeper.
3-0. I spoke too soon.
Now you jinxed it, Sonny.
I did.
Corner kick, Tulsa Athletic.
Well-timed run there from Morgan. I didn't see, who was it that sprung him through?
Villalobos came back and made that. And cleaned up the mess.
Yeah, and I actually don't mind it there. You know, if your goalkeeper can come out and make him take a touch and give time for a defender to recover, you know, it's better than holding your line and he walks in one-on-one sometimes.
Right.
That being case in point.
Now, if you're been in that situation, I'll ask this after the goal kick, out of the corner kick.
When his feet are going and he's going at full speed, very, very dangerous stuff is going to happen. If you're comfortable, the goalie's taking maybe a bad angle and you can pass it in an open net. I mean, that's always going to be an option, but I don't mind the way he took the ball on there.
Ruiz pressuring the ball, wins the ball. Ben Morgan again. Ruiz on the far side. He's looking for Pilate. He's going to get a corner out of the deal.
Yeah.
How about that? Which means that we should see in the fourth area, Zaldivar Zaldivar taking the corner. Well, we either have a lot of people down at ground level that are hoping for peace, or there's going to be 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Cards coming out.
I couldn't tell if it was.
Was that Villalobos? It looked like he got.
You see what happened when you don't get a yellow card because of a chain? He should be out.
Villalobos with the yellow card in the 45th. Driven low, doesn't even get past the first guy. Disappointing. Lopez. Wish. Usry on the near side of the field.
Got to have a win there. It's not done yet. That's
that
unlucky.
Gets by everybody and into touch for a throw. Not Lopez in no hurry to take this throw.
He should be off the pitch, and you know it. That should be his second yellow.
For the chain thing still. For the chain? Is that what's come on.
Throw it back to Bryson Reed. Yeah, bins. He just missed us. Throw in. Colorado. I thought he was going to take the throw, but no. Gustavo Diaz takes the throw. Diaz. Nara.
Well done there from Hagen Weish.
Wins the goal kick. There it is, officially 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Is it 2 or 4?
It's 2.
Okay.
The fourth official has indicated 2 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Whistle and a free kick. It's Villalobos, who we're assuming is rocking a yellow card right now, is just mugged Pilate. Oh,
Yeah,
he's going to whip out the spray center.
Hey, let's go, let's go!
I've got to get me some of this stuff. I don't know
Just
what
for like stuff around like doing yard work and stuff. I'm going to trim the hedges up to here.
mark off your personal space at the office, that kind of thing.
Flores.
That's still in play. Toshido.
Oh, here's Morgan. Pilate.
Pilate. Low pass. That might be it. Kiel. Nevis. Weish. Whistle and a free kick coming up for FC Wichita. And I might have spoken too soon. We'll see how dangerous this is. Gustavo Diaz taking the free kick.
Yeah, if you're Tulsa, you want to be diligent and see in the half out. You obviously don't want to give one up. Have the lead cut in half right before the half.
There's the kick. Morgan in coverage, and the ball goes over the byline.
That's going to be halftime.
That is it. So 45 minutes in the books. Goals from Luis Flores and Joe Ruiz that put Tulsa Athletic up 2-0, and that's where we stand going into the second half.
Yeah, good energy from Tulsa. The better side in the first half. Chippy, Wichita, not dangerous. You know, they created some things as well, but I think they're going to have to figure a few things out to get back into the game. Carrasco going to be very pleased with the guys. Wanted them to match that effort in the second half and take a game-in-hand lead atop the table, but plenty that was not taken off. I would think that there would be more to be concerned about than a chain on a player, but, you know, it is what it is.
All right. So we'll call that yellow card bench, 45th minute.
Bench 45th minute.
All righty. And now we'll take a break. Tulsa Athletic 2.
We might have a special guest.
All right. Well, Edwin Diaz is not coming in to pitch the ninth. Sorry, Mets fans. But the second half is coming up right here at Athletic Community Field. That's FC Wichita in the all-red, moving left to right on your device screen. They're down 2-0 on 2 goals from Luis Flores in the third, Joe Ruiz in the 10th. On the Tulsa Athletic side, which are going right to left. FC Wichita have 45 minutes left to make up these 2 goals, and a tie would at least keep them in first place on the league table with the game in hand over Tulsa Athletic. No changes from the starting lineups in the first half. Wichita has Echeverria in goal. Villalobos, Toshido, Shibata, Colorado, Diaz, Gustavo Diaz, Nahara, Esquivel, Kiel, Neves, and Gabriel Diaz on the pitch right now for FC Wichita. For Tulsa, it's still Reed in goal. Usry, Vargas, Lopez, Benizer, Weish, Flores, Ruiz, Aldevar, Ben Morgan, and David Alati. 46th minute. Ball popped up. Shibata. That's Bryce Reed, and not letting that happen again. Will he bowl it out to the middle of the pitch? No, he opts for the punt. Long punt, lots of hang time, headed down by FC Wichita. That's Colorado. Whistle and a free kick coming up for.
Yeah, Toby, those two have defended really well in those little pockets like
hello,
that.
Sonny.
Pilate and Flores. Like anytime there's been a little half opportunity to defend, it seems like they've both done it in tandem there, which is it's what you want. It's what Carrasco would want.
Ruiz goes to goal, whistle and a free kick right at the halfway line for Tulsa Athletic. Sun is setting. Best lights in the league for clubs coming on. 48th minute. Ussery.
Yeah, great little ball here. Here's Morgan. Just skips past one. Great ball.
Oh. Headed down. Weish goes to ground, and the yellow card comes out again. That is number 2, Eric Harverda. I lied. There actually was a substitution.
Yeah, and that's
Huerta.
It's a good touch from Weish there. It's almost like that little baited touch. Like it looks like it's a heavier touch. Draws the player into slide, gets his foot in between him and the ball.
So Hoyt is in the match for 3 minutes. Already has a yellow card.
Yellow card issued to FC Wichita. Number 2, Eric Huerta.
So 2 Tulsa Athletic players over the ball. Flores.
Yeah, Flores and Weish. Probably more set up for a right footer. It is going to be a right footer. That's a great hit, too.
Oh, just missed the corner.
Yeah. If you're in the stands across the way, you probably couldn't have seen what we saw there. It was very close, probably about 1.5 feet wide. Well hit, good height,
great
good pace.
Bend. Goalkeeper beat.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Just a little heel there.
Just a bit. Sonny, it looks like Villalobos was the one substituted out at the start of the second half.
Okay.
So in taking what would have been Villalobos, the second yellow card, Huerta keeps him going in 10 men. Okay, that was kind of a stretch. Same position with the second yellow card. Whistle. And a free kick. Athletic with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, little uncontested drop ball for the referee
Right.
interfering a bit unintentionally.
50th minute. Athletic and by no means leave the
Oh,
guard
and that's
down.
a scary one there.
And a third goal would be nice if Tulsa. Whistle and a free kick coming up for Tulsa Athletic.
Yeah, they opt to play quickly. Zaldivar's in.
Flores.
Ball
Zaldivar. Cross. Still in play.
Yeah, I don't like the effort there from Ben Morgan.
Weish to Benizer.
Yeah.
To Nana Lopez.
Good ball from Botti. Skip pass there. Flores, well done.
Lopez. Benizer. Back to Bryson Reed.
Reed drops in. He's dropped that ball in for Lopez several times. That one seems to be on for him tonight.
Like on a string.
Yep. Weish again here to Reed. Probably play Botti quickly here. Nope.
Right down the middle this time. Route 1, as you like to say.
Yeah, great flick. Ruiz gambling. Well defended there. Flores,
Colorado.
really well done.
Into touch. Throw in coming up for Tulsa Athletic here in the 52nd minute with the 2-goal lead.
Toby, the chemistry from Lopez and Zaldivar on the right side has been really, really good tonight. They've connected a lot of things there. Zaldivar's been busy and dangerous. Lopez has been very safe and able to connect him. Weish. Vargas winning a header, as he does.
Sounds like a well-diversified soccer portfolio, Sonny. Vargas. Back to Bryson Reed. 3 scoreless halves in a row.
Pilati kind of caught in two minds there. Good little skip pass here for Morgan.
Morgan. Dispossessed. Kiel. Got a little space to work with. Usfrey runs him down.
Yeah, Lopez is
Hurries
on
the-
early here if Reed wants it. And he does.
Hurries the pass.
Like to see Ruiz find the ball here.
Pilati there on the far side.
Yeah, good
Little
stuff.
give and go. There he is. Oh, couldn't keep it in play. Throw in coming up for FC Wichita.
Yeah, mid-season. I think by the playoffs you'll see those two completely dialed and comfortable playing with each other.
Hey, speaking of the playoffs,
Mhm.
I saw the format was released the other day for our part of the world here in the Mid-American Conference. And it looks like we've been paired with the eventual champion from the Mountain Premier.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
So
Here's
14
Lopez.
division-
Great run.
A 4-team division not unlike this one out of Colorado.
Tulsa needs to be careful here as Wichita numbers forward. Not a good pass. Weish cuts it out.
Ossery. Flores. Weish. Ossery. Benizer. Diaz in hot pursuit, but the ball is cleared.
Oh, this is trouble here as well.
Zaldivar. Pilati. Not a whole lot of yellow shirts.
Yeah, it's just not a good ball there. Pilati would want better. He's a good passer of the ball. Plenty of options there. Plenty of opportunities to be dangerous. Final ball lets him down.
There's a loose ball. Oh. And another yellow card brandished. That's Ko Tashito in the 55th minute with a yellow card. Third yellow card, well, fourth if you count the bench yellow.
Yeah, Vargas asking for a red card, saying he topped him.
Pilati still on the ground. Fizio comes out onto the Onto the pitch. Comfortable in net black. No, I see stoppage time in our future. 56th minute. Plotty up on his feet, but not sure if he'll be able to continue.
Yeah, the Romania, a tough player. A tough player.
Looks like a substitution coming in. Excuse me, for FC Wichita.
I like the Rafa Zaldivar ball here. Flores is going to turn it down, though.
That Weiss going to take the kick. And there's Zaldivar kind of drifting out there on the far touch line. And now it's Benezer. Benezer puts the ball in play. And
yeah, it's a really good ball for Zaldivar. Does really well as well.
Just there on the far touch line.
Yep, well defended.
And a goal kick coming out. Looks like Esquivel is going to be coming out of the game, or Colorado will be coming out of the game. Huerta, WICHITA, Ben Morgan finds Parati. Still reading the misprint from week 1.
Little handball.
Colorado whistle. There it is. Right.
Unfortunate little pop up off the knee.
Sonny, a correction from earlier. Villalobos is in fact still in the game. That was Soba Shibata that was substituted.
I see.
To start off.
Yep. Apologies to the families.
Yes, sorry families. That was a 13, not a 3.
Speaking of corrections, we mislabeled an assist on Wednesday night against Oklahoma City. It was the youngster, Braxton. Give me a last name, Toby. 11.
Oh, Decker.
Braxton Decker had that little toe poke to Luis Flores, who hammered the second goal home. I think we labeled it as Zaldivar, but it was a little ball into Decker and found the big man on his left foot. It's a good thing to do if you're a young player.
Cade Martin coming in for FC Wichita here in the 59th. Whistle. And that was Colorado that came off.
Okay.
Felipe Colorado is off. Cade Martin is on for FC Wichita. That is 2 of their 7 allowed substitutions, although I imagine they'll only use 6 since they brought a backup goalkeeper. So far, Ruben Carrasco is standing pat with his 11. That's Gustavo Diaz. Martin, big boy. Huerta. So both substitutions for FC Wichita have replaced defenders.
Oh, a little mag there from Zaldivar.
He finds Pilate. Looking for Ben Morgan. Went off where his head.
Pilate finds Zaldivar.
Zaldivar on the right side. Pilate.
Yeah, really good defending there.
Yep.
Really good defending.
Goal kick coming up.
You want Pilate to be smart, Toby, but it almost looks like after the knock he took, it's kind of fired him up a little bit. You can tell the defensive work he's doing, things he's chasing down.
I'll always take a motivated striker, Sonny.
You and me both.
An hour gone now. Toby Moore and Sonny Alessandro with you here at Athletic Community Field. The score is Tulsa Athletic 2, FC Wichita 0 on goals from Flores and Ruiz. Should this score hold up, FC Wichita will fall to second place. Tulsa Athletic will have sole possession of first place, although Wichita will have a game in hand. With 5 and 6 games left to play respectively.
This ball's going to fall to Zaldivar.
Far outside.
It's been a good matchup here. Zaldivar not interested in this one.
Villalobos.
Lopez, good ball here. Flores. Here's Weish. Yeah, I like the instinct there. You know, a ball pops loose kind of in the middle of nothing. That's when, you know, goalkeeper could be flat-footed, maybe a deflection. I like the instincts there from Weish.
Take advantage of chaos.
Yep, a good block there from Wichita, too. Who knows where that Flores left foot is going to end up.
Get in there.
Diaz.
Toby, Ebenezer Botti, I don't think he's put a foot wrong today in the center back spot next to Vargas. Vargas, an absolute ball winner in the air, and it's like Ebenezer Botti's covered a lot of ground, keeping Wichita at bay. Through balls.
There's Benitez now. Weish.
Yeah, I hate that ball.
Was looking for Flores. No avail. Now FC Wichita on the attack. Whistle.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The crowd's not going to like that one. Not a lot in it. I mean, if I'm the Wichita player there, I 100% go down myself and hope that the ref sees it my way and he gets that fortuitous break.
So many of these little judgment calls. I don't think we're ever going to go to robot referees in soccer.
I welcome the day, though. I welcome the day. Just kidding. A lot of good referees out there. This is a good platform for referees to grow and apply their skill to it. Enough can't be said for the opportunities it's given in leagues at this level for refs to get out there and cut their teeth and then move on to a professional level.
The league for refs and clubs.
That's right.
Whistle. Walk through the ref see. What he saw was a yellow card offense. Was that Villalobos again, Sonny? If that is, that'd be his second yellow, and he'd be done.
It's the 3.
Yeah, the 3 is Villalobos, and he got one. I thought he got one at the end of the first half. And if that wasn't him in the 45th minute, then we need to clear that up. But on my non-official scorecard, I saw him getting one in the 45th minute. 3-man wall. Put up around it. Saved by Bryson Reed.
Yeah, they have a chance to break here if they want it.
Driven low and.
Yeah, not well hit. Reed would expect better for himself. Great tackle there from Mercery.
That is into touch too. Another substitution that we missed, Sonny, on the pitch right now. Number 12, Benjamin Scognamio, wearing the number 12 shirt, is in the game.
Go, Kate!
Got an injury. And another substitution coming up. That's Nathaniel Stevens getting ready to check into the game for FC Wichita. Fourth official staring at the board like he's trying to work a jigsaw puzzle. Nevis is out. See how the pieces fit. Nevis will be out, and Stevens will be in at the next opportunity. Nevis is out. Stevens is in. And this is Corey Gleason checking into the game also. And he's in for Cade Martin.
Yeah, sort of some wholesale changes from Wichita.
Right, Martin was in the game for a whopping 10 minutes. Out in the 69th. So, Gleason in the 69th. Stevens in the 69th. And we apologize to Benjamin Scognamio's family for sneaking at the start of the second.
That had eyes for Pilate. Well intercepted.
Alas, it also got a foot for Huerta.
Yeah, well done there from Huerta.
68th minute. Zaldivar taking this one.
I think that's Lopez. Yeah.
Throw, not a corner, of course.
Yeah, that side for a corner. We'd likely see Flores, I think. Lopez, a good ball in the box. Well won.
Cleared.
Ruiz kind of back into the mix.
Weish went to ground, no call. All the way back. Tashida playing the ball out to the far side. 69th minute. Oh, went past two Tulsa Athletic midfielders and into touch, and Athletic went a throw anyway.
Yeah, I think they were expecting a little FC Wichita touch there. That never quite came.
Ussery takes the throw. Now we have some action in the Tulsa Athletic bullpen.
Great little touch.
Ball was in play right up until then. A throw to FC Wichita. Huerta takes the throw.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see Aymar Membria. If I were to guess, maybe Ruiz, maybe Pilate.
Likely Pilate. Membria was, of course, in the lineup on Wednesday's win against Oklahoma City. Turned in a solid performance. Pilate. All the way back to Bryson Reed.
Great turn.
There's Pilate now. Looking for Flores.
That's a really tough weight to get there, the outside of the right foot. I'm not saying it's the wrong pass there. It's just a high, almost cussed on air. It's a high level ball. It's a good look, though. I think it's the right look.
Benitez to Flores. FC Wichita on the move. Benitez.
It's a bad giveaway here.
Shot wide. Got
Yeah.
away with one there. For a goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Pilati making way for Membria.
Membria on.
Yeah, a better second half for Pilati. I think that, you know, coming back off an injury, valuable minutes, getting back to fitness. His first match.
Coming out. I think I saw him put a 5 up.
That would surprise me.
I was wrong. It was not a 5. This is Gustavo Diaz taking a free kick for
Yeah.
FC Wichita in the 72nd minute. It curves into the 18. Head into the air by Vargas. Kind of shanked, and it goes into touch for a throw.
Yeah, Wichita applying a little bit of pressure, as you would expect. 20 minutes left, down a couple of goals.
Need to cut the lead in half and fast. Nice throw.
Here's Aldebar.
Aldebar.
Using Lopez.
And the ball in the touch by Villalobos.
Flores does a good job, Toby. He'll find a spot on the field. Like, there's an example where the guy was able to get, the defender was able to get a touch, but Flores occupied a space wherein he couldn't control it. It was out for a throw-in.
You are correct. Joe Ruiz's night is done.
Yeah, and a good night from Ruiz. A lot of energy. You know, the benefits of getting him into an advanced role, I think showed themselves tonight as he was able to string some balls through and grab himself a goal.
To get himself a goal. Comes off at the 73rd. Smith on to the 73rd. And a throw coming up here for FC Wichita. Down 2 goals.
Yep, good header.
Morgan on the edge of his 18. Right by Smith. Ossery. Bounces off of Gleason.
Still Flores. He loves the tight spaces.
Back to Morgan. Villa. Smith. Back to
Changes the point of
Zaldivar.
attack.
To Nano Lopez. Gustavo Vargas, and back to Bryson Reed. We'll push the reset button here in the 74th minute.
Botti.
Benezer finds a little space. Back to Reed. Reed under pressure.
Lopez, so good in tight spaces there.
That ball kind of squirts through.
Zaldivar giving chase here.
Tashida.
Looked like maybe a lost cause, and his work does yield the ball back, though.
Lopez. Nano back to Bryson Reed. Reed again under pressure.
Fizzes one at Vargas there, does really well.
Gleason. Stevens. Whistle. Free kick. 75th minute. Tulsa Athletic nursing a 2-0 lead and a yellow card.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Smith has been on up 2-0 for about 3 minutes.
Danny Smith.
It's been on very long, but here we are. 75th minute. Smith gets a yellow card. I believe that maybe for what they euphemistically refer to as dissent.
Well, he's still going to. It's needless. Like, if I'm Bryson Reed, I'm on him right now to be like, there's no point. Like, there's no value in it. Just leave it. Get on with it. Win your headers. Let's get through these 20 minutes and get the 3 points.
That is Blake Arndt checking into the game.
Reed's going to hit. Yeah, that's a great ball,
hit Ben
too.
Morgan. There it is. Onside. Couldn't quite keep his momentum going. Mendia.
Yeah, Membria just
Membria.
flubs his lines there a little bit.
So did Toby. It's all good. Up and over. Arndt is on, and Kiel is out. That's their last outfield player. 79th minute.
This could be trouble.
No whistle. There it is. Whistle going the other way.
Just a throw in. Here's a great ball.
Ooh. Poked away. Chaveda.
I like Membria's idea there, you know, getting the ball to Flores. Great stuff from Mercer here.
Stevens.
Weish, well done. Battling for every inch.
Free kick coming up. Oh, no. And that's going to be a yellow.
Yeah, I mean, he needs a yellow too. You can't fake throw the ball into someone's face. It's just childish. It's what a little child would do.
Hagen Weish. 78th.
But look, it's an old rivalry. It's chippy affair.
Here comes a free kick. In the back of the middle third.
Yellow card issued to Tulsa Athletic, Hagen Welsh. Yellow card issued to FC Wichita, number 19.
Reed coming up throwing.
Diaz also with a yellow card. Gabriel Diaz.
Here's Flores. Oh,
Boys,
gets a little too cute there.
little wide. Always a lot of moving parts in the last 30 minutes of the game. Membria will take the corner here. Athletic looking for their third goal. Stand by, 2 substitutions coming up for Tulsa Athletic here. Last 10 minutes.
Membria, good ball in.
Shot, it's in!
Goal, Danny Smith.
Danny Smith with the goal off the corner kick from Membria.
Membria in with the supporters group. Smith is first for the club. Rose well, found the top corner. It's gap band time, baby.
80th, 3-0, Tulsa Athletic. Did not see that one coming, Sonny.
No, I mean, you know, we were critical of Smith. He goes on and he argues a pretty kind of a nothing call, earns himself a yellow card, not the impact that you want, but that is the impact right there. Getting loose on a corner, rising well, putting your team up by a third goal.
That is how you redeem yourself.
Number 20, Danny Smith!
7 and 10 coming off.
I know Smith's mom and grandfather are in town for the game from Florida and Indiana, respectively, so they'll be very pleased to see their boy grab a goal.
Meanwhile, during that exchange, Sonny, Flores and Ben Morgan came off.
Yeah, I thought I saw Renardo
Berger came on, he did.
And Braxton Decker as well.
And it was Braxton Decker. He's wearing the number 11 shirt. Berger is wearing number 22 for those of you watching at home. That all happened in the 80th.
Substitution, Tulsa coming in the 80th minute. Ronaldo Berger and Braxton Decker.
Yeah, kind of a like-for-like sub with Morgan and Berger. And then obviously with Decker and Flores, maybe not like for like. You'd like to hope that Decker becomes the next Flores, but you know, he's just finished his senior year of high school.
Is he going to play college
Junior or senior year? I'm not sure. I'll have more information next time. But we do want to say he had that assist in the last game. Here's Berger well up.
That's into touch, and water goes everywhere down there.
Well, it's not the first time today the field's seen some water.
Ossery with the throw.
Membria.
And there he is. He finds Decker right there. Cross, whistle, offside is the call, and a free
Good service,
kick
though.
coming up.
Good service from the wee man.
82nd minute. A 3-0 lead for Tulsa Athletic. I'm sure Ruben Carrasco will take all the breathing room he can get. Nicely done by Stevens. There he is again. Stevens again.
Yeah, good tackle one by Smith. Smith does need to be careful though. You know, I don't know if Wichita's a way back into the game or not. But what you don't want to see is going down needlessly to 10 men. I mean, the bad thing about getting a yellow card for dissent is like any sort of 50-50 tackle, if the ref judges that it was a little too much or, you know, even misses a call. Your evening could be done after 15 minutes.
Scoglamia had the ball. Now he does again on the throw. Diaz. Berger.
Toby Bote's stock is rising every game.
I'm glad I had call options on him, Sonny.
Yeah. Here is Bote, just being a little more safe than anything there, but.
Svia Lois. Gustavo Diaz. Gleason to Diaz. Tashita. It's driven into the 18. Smith. Nice tackle.
Yeah, Berger's got to hit that run. Like, he asked for it, and then he paused his own run. Just, even when you hit it, it creates space that, you know, maybe Weish could pop into or whatever. But that being said, another great tackle won by Ursery in the back. Good tackle there from Danny Smith, or pass intercepted. But Ursery's had a very good game as well.
Whistle.
Looks like we're going to see Jonathan Morgan making his way in, and I think Lucas Young as well.
But first, a free kick. Not too dangerous a spot. That's got to be 35 yards away from the goal at least, maybe 40. Easy catch for Bryson Reed.
Yeah, this is jailbreak too here.
Zaldivar cuts back inside. Dispossessed with Donald Lopez right behind him. Berger.
Berger somehow is onside here.
Wins a corner.
Earns a corner.
All right, so we got Anthony Young, Jonathan Morgan.
Yep, Lucas Young coming on. He's going to be transferring to SNU, the Northern Oklahoma. A stalwart in the reserve teams, the captain of the reserves. One of those players, Toby, at training, you know, if you're doing well against Lucas Young, you're going to do well on game day. It's just a consummate workhorse. So glad to see a young man earn an opportunity tonight.
Outswinger.
Yeah, outswinger
Headed
to
out.
no avail. Boti.
Diaz. Trickles back to the back line of FC Wichita. Huerta. Benitez finds Berger near the near touchline. The ball goes out of bounds for a throw. Arndt.
That's going to be the keeper's ball.
Yes, it is. 87th minutes.
Lopez with lots of real estate in front of him. I actually think Decker might have been on there.
Throw in one. All right, so we have Lucas Young and Jonathan Morgan coming in.
Substitution Tulsa in the 87th minute.
Zaldivar's
Coming
out.
on, number 15, Lucas Young. Coming on, number 16, Jonathan Morgan.
Yeah.
Zaldivar out. Weish is out.
Yeah, a good night from Hagen Weish this evening. Pulled a lot of strings in the middle. Rafa Zaldivar, what can you say? You know, tireless.
Coming off, number 2.
A handful going
Rafa
forward, a
Zaldivar.
handful defending back. Created a lot of opportunities.
Call it in the 88th.
Here's big Jonathan Morgan.
Ball back in play.
Ball kind of hitting a no man's land here.
Just looking for the other Morgan. That one goes into touch.
You know, I will say, Toby, like FC Wichita, regardless of the score line, anything else, that they have not given up on this game.
Jonathan Morgan. Whistle. And a free kick coming Tulsa Athletics' way. 89th minute. And that's it for the substitutions. Both benches have been exhausted.
Yep.
Looking like 4 minutes of stoppage time.
It's a big statement game tonight, too, Toby. You know, Tulsa off to a slow start.
The force backwards, sir. Yes. That one headed down.
This ball for Jonathan Morgan, who also has a turn of foot just like his brother.
Goes up to that one easily. Cross!
Here's Berger.
Berger. Nope.
I don't,
That's
a goal kick.
Goal kick. Just. '90th minute. It looks like 4 minutes of time added on.
Fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time.
That one goes into touch. That's a throw.
Yep.
Ossery. Fine junk Braxton Decker. Van Bria. Donna Lopez.
Fans will love that touch from Lopez.
Absolutely. Rock
Zips
solid
by.
game by the back four tonight, Sonny.
It's Lucas Young. Decker.
Decker.
There's three.
Ossery up from the back line. Berger. Smith, who has a goal. Benitez.
Yeah, and good stuff here from Tulsa. Like, you don't want to get involved in any tackles, any funny business. Just keep the ball, get the 4 minutes done, get your 3 points, load up a scotch, get ready for Kansas City next weekend.
Right.
Reed, a good ball here for Morgan.
While we are on the subject of scheduling, Sonny, on Thursday, in Wichita. FC Wichita and Union KC make up that game in hand.
Oh, foul from Morgan there.
And everybody will be level on 6 games after that with
Yep.
4 to go.
Yep.
And then next weekend, as you mentioned, Tulsa Athletic take to the road again and will return to Kansas City to play Union KC.
Yep.
FC Wichita will find their way to the Oklahoma City University campus for Oklahoma City 1889.
Yeah, that's going to be a big matchup right there. Oklahoma City will be desperate to get 3 points, especially after tonight.
Have we heard anything about that tonight?
I haven't seen any updates. We can ask Dan DeVore, who's on the 1s and 2s tonight. There's Jonathan Morgan.
About 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Throw from FC Wichita. Whistle and a free kick coming up to Tulsa Athletic. Got an athletic player on the ground now.
Little history there. Membria laid a little bit of a tackle on him earlier, so I don't know if that was a little note to self, return favor or not, but everyone looks to be up and okay.
Free kick coming up. Bryson Reed will take it. Bryson Reed a couple of minutes of stoppage time away from recording his 2nd consecutive clean sheet.
I'm sure our listeners are knocking on wood for us. That's
the ball played to the very middle of the park. Usry right there.
You know, Toby, if nothing else, we've seen a little bit of just a slight change in the mentality from Tulsa. Just a little bit more willing to grind, a little bit more willing to battle. No battle's too small. You know, and there's an elbow right there.
No call.
Yeah.
Lopez out on the far side.
Just got word from Dan DeVore that it's 2-0 Oklahoma City.
2-0 to the Imps.
Imps always tough.
About a minute to go here in stoppage time.
Great
Ball
tackle
loose.
from Lopez.
Ball played into the middle of the park. This ought to about do it.
And that's the attitude we're talking about there too, Toby. Don't like the chest there from Smith. Just maybe be done with it.
Another one played all the way back. That's Tashito. Makes up a little ground there. Stevens. Oh, went right by Berger. We never got that far.
Toby, a great outing for Tulsa tonight.
That's your
3 points and a scotch for the
Points and a scotch.
with your Tulsa Athletic
That's
3.
goals from Luis
FC
Flores, Joe
Wichita 0.
Ruiz, and Danny Smith.
Oh, looks like we've got some afters here.
And a second clean sheet.
Toby, I'll let you sign it off. I'm going to go join in the fun.
Tulsa Athletic get through a 2-game homestand this week, not allowing a single goal, scoring 5. Tulsa Athletic now in first place for the time being in the Mid-America Conference of the League for Clubs with 12 points out of a possible 18. 4 games left to go. FC Wichita will take on Union KC, who are at the moment are down 2-0 to Oklahoma City 1889, which would put them also on 9 points if that score holds up. FC Wichita and Union KC on Thursday night, and then next Saturday, Tulsa Athletic at Union KC, FC Wichita, and Oklahoma City in a big one. Oklahoma City's playoff hopes probably riding on that game, as it'll be the 7th one out of a 10-game regular season. Once again, Tulsa Athletic with 3 goals tonight, one from Luis Flores in the 3rd, one from Joe Ruiz in the 10th, and one from substitute Danny Smith in the 80th minute, plus a fantastic display of defense by goalkeeper Bryson Reed, as well as Aiden Nussery, Gustavo Vargas, Nano Lopez, Bodie Beneza tonight as they vanquish FC Wichita and gain redemption for their 4-2 loss earlier in the season. That's it for us. We'll be back here in 2 weeks on the 28th when Tulsa Athletic hosts Union FC. Maybe a little sooner. There's a rematch between these two teams that have yet to be made up. We'll let you know. Watch our socials at T-Town Tulsa on Twitter and, of course, the Tulsa Athletic Facebook page. Until next time, for Sonny D'Alessandro and our technical director, Daniel DeVore, this is Toby Moore saying good night from Athletic Community Field, Tulsa Athletic 3, FC Wichita 0. Take care and good night, everybody. On to the clear.